Have you ever wondered what kind of cars Jay Leno stashes away in his massive garage? From a hand-built three-wheeler to a car powered by a turbine engine, Leno's collection boasts some of the rarest rides on the planet. And each car has a unique story to tell. For the best one, stay tuned till the end. Chrysler Turbine. In 1963, Chrysler rolled out something futuristic, the Chrysler Turbine. They made 55 of these turbine cars, including 5 test models and 50 for regular folks to try out. But these cars ran into a bunch of problems during the test drive phase. Things were heating up too much, fuel efficiency wasn't great, and they were pretty noisy. Chrysler gave it a shot, but in the end, they had to pump the brakes on the project. Now there are only a handful left. Chrysler kept 2, Museum snagged 6 for display, and Jay Leno, the car enthusiast, has one tucked away in his private collection. Cunningham C3. In 1953, the Cunningham C3 was uncovered, a treasure which you can cherish till now. This car was as rare as they come, with only 25 ever built. But what made it so special? Well, it wasn't just about looking good. It had a mission. Briggs Cunningham, the mastermind behind it, had one goal in mind: to create a car that could take on the famous 24 Hours of Le Mans race. He wasn't just aiming to compete. He wanted to challenge the big names like Jaguar and Aston Martin. So he poured his heart and soul into crafting the C3, not just as a car, but as a ticket to the thrilling world of high-speed racing. And it wasn't just about driving. It was about making history on the racetrack. Jaguar XKE. Let's transport ourselves back to the year 1963 and get introduced to a true legend, the Jaguar XKE, also known as the E-Type. This car is the ultimate rock star of British sports cars, with its timeless appeal still catching eyes today. Now, enter Jay Leno, the king of car enthusiasts, who has something truly extraordinary nestled in his collection, a 1963 Jaguar XKE. But what makes Leno's XKE stand out from the crowd? Well, most of the 1963 models came equipped with a 3.8-liter engine. Leno decided to take things up a notch. He went all in and replaced it with a custom-built 5.7-liter V12 engine, injecting a massive dose of power into this classic beauty. And that's not all. Leno's XKE is the only one of its kind with a short wheelbase and a V12 engine combination, which makes it truly unique in the world of Jaguars. Ford Shogun. In 1989, Ford and Yamaha joined forces to cook up something special, the Ford Shogun. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You know the Taurus Show? That snazzy car with some serious zip? Well, an engineer named Chuck Beck thought, hey, why not take that gutsy Taurus engine and squeeze it into something smaller, like a Ford Festiva? And just like that, the Festiva Shogun was born. It was like taking a small car and giving it a big, powerful heart. And Beck didn't stop there. He only made 7 of these beasts, including the very first one. And guess who's got one parked in his garage? Yep, Jay Leno, the Shotwell. Let's rewind all the way to 1931 and meet a true rarity, the Shotwell. Now, this car is as rare as they come, with only one ever made. Imagine a young chap named Bob Shotwell, just 17 years old, crafting this beauty by hand. He took an engine from an Indian motorcycle and built a car with 3 wheels. Now, get this. Bob drove this one-of-a-kind car for a whopping 150,000 miles. Fast forward to today, and who's the lucky owner? Well, none other than Jay Leno. He gave the Shotwell a full makeover, restoring it to its former glory. With just one Shotwell in existence, it's found its forever home in Jay Leno's garage. The Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. The 2010 Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita doesn't churn out cars like a production line, and this one is the rarest of them all. How rare, you ask? Well, there are only 2 of these beasts on the entire planet. That's it, just 2. Wrap your head around that. And get this, one of them was once owned by none other than Floyd Mayweather, the boxing legend. So if you're lucky enough to spot one of these on the road, well, consider yourself blessed. It's like stumbling upon a shooting star in the world of cars. So while most of us may never get the chance to own or even see one up close, the mere thought of the CCXR Trevita cruising the streets is enough to spark excitement and admiration. Well, if you're liking this collection so far, then surely you'll love the upcoming ones too. But before we move any further, make sure you subscribe to our channel in order to not miss any more great marvels, just like this next one. Mercedes-Benz race car. Now we rewind to 1950 and we take a look at something pretty neat. The Mercedes-Benz race car transporter. Back then, even big car brands needed a way to get their race cars to the track safely. So, Mercedes-Benz came up with their own solution, a custom-made truck just for that purpose. But this wasn't your ordinary truck, it was a real head-turner. In fact, it even shared some fancy design features with the iconic Mercedes-Benz 300 SL. While all the attention was on the race cars tearing up the track, this transporter quietly ensured they arrived in style. It was like the unsung hero of the racing world, making sure the stars of the show got to shine where it mattered most. The Duesenberg Walker Coupe. In 1934, Duesenberg Walker Coupe was renowned for creating exceptional cars, but this one was in a league of its own. It holds the title for being the most expensive car ever made. Can you believe it? Well, back then, its price tag was a staggering $25,000. Now, to put that into perspective in today's money, that's over $500,000. Pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? Well, there's only one of these beauties in existence, and it's like owning a priceless piece of history, a treasure that stands alone in its rarity and grandeur. While other cars may come and go, the Duesenberg Walker Coupe remains a timeless icon of luxury and masterful craftsmanship. It is a symbol of the golden age of automobiles, reminding us of the elegance and sophistication of a bygone era. Lagonda V12. Zoom back to 1939 and talk about a real gem, the Lagonda V12. Now, there were just 100 of these beauties ever made, born from a Le Mans racing car. And now there's another version, almost identical, called the Lagonda V12 race car. But get this, only 2 originals exist, and none of them sit in Jay Leno's garage. However, he does have a fantastic replica of the 1939 race car. Interestingly, there are only around 100 of these replicas left today, according to H&H Auctions. Under the hood of this sleek racer is a powerful, naturally aspirated 4.5-liter V12 engine, packing about 200 horsepower. Driving the Lagonda V12 isn't a walk in the park. It's rare and it can be tricky to handle. But despite that, Jay Leno still takes it out for a spin every now and then, letting this piece of automotive history stretch its legs on the road. The GM EcoJet concept. Now let's talk about a real rarity in Jay Leno's collection, the 2006 GM EcoJet concept. Now, this car isn't your typical ride you'd find on the street. It's a one-of-a-kind creation. While it may be just a concept, the EcoJet got folks thinking differently about how cars could be powered. At its heart sits a turbine engine, but here's the twist. It runs on biodiesel fuel. And don't underestimate it. It packs a punch with a whopping 650 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Now, this isn't your everyday car. It's a glimpse into the future of automotive innovation. So even though you won't find the EcoJet in any showroom, its impact on the way we think about engines is undeniable. So which one is your favorite? Please do let us know in the comments section below. And for more such amazing videos, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks.